Shalom. Before I get started, I want to start by saying, Call Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kwakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect out there laboring on and believing in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kwakwadash. To USA Shalom. This is Brother Amawan from the GMS Charlotte camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kwakwadash. And this lesson I'm going to entitle The Most High is the one that is in control. Alright? Excuse me 1 second. Alright? The Most High is the one that is in control. Alright? Because everything that goes on in this world is ordained by the Heavenly Father and the Son. Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father. Bahashim, which means in the name of Yahweh Shah. Alright? Which is the Son. Alright? The Lord is the one that controls everything, man. Alright? And so with knowing that, we got to understand that what we see going on as far as prophecy, Esau making his move, alright, the elect is being raised up. This is all the will of the Heavenly Father, because he's the one that establishes what goes on in this earth, man. Alright? He's the one that put Esau up. Alright? The Most High is the one that put the curses on us, to bring us down to this lowly state. But he's also the one that is putting the spirit on us to rise back up, to come back to remembrance of who we are as a people. All right. That's why you're seeing Israelites, man, women, and child waking up to who they are all over the world, man. All right. This is the Most High's doing. Okay. And he's the one that gave Esau the license to do what he's doing, man. All right. So I'm going to begin here in the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know what is the most that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. Okay, so it said this matter is by the decree of the watchers. If we know the watchers is talking about the prophets, man. All right, these men that you see out here on the highways and byways, bringing out the word. All right, we are the watchers, because the Most High has given us the eye salve to be able to see prophecy and to be able to go into the scriptures and break down what the Lord's will is, man. All right, it says, and the demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, and so we're letting it be known that nothing is done outside of the Most High's, approval. All right, everything that happens in this world, the Most High had to sign off on it first, man. All right, so the Most High is the one that ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, Esau and no other nation got put in the power seat off of their own accord, man. The Most High is the one that put the Babylonians in power, that put the Egyptians in power, that put the Assyrians, the Persians, the Medes, all these rulers, all these nations that had their chance to rule, man. They were all put up there by the so-called who the world ignorantly calls God, man. All right, whose real name is Yahweh. Okay, the Most High is the one that ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the bases of men, which we know the bases of men is speaking about the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, who today are known as the so-called white people, man. All right, they are the bases of men, and to prove that, let's get it here in Job chapter 30 and verse 8. It says, "They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth." And this is going into Esau, man. All right, because Esau are children of fools, man. All right, it says that they are the children of base men, because if you look at the way the world is being governed, you could tell that it is a very base man that is running things. Matter of fact, let's get this word base. All right, let me go to the Etamon online. see. Base is an adjective. It means low, of little height, low, lowly, mean. Now, let's look in the blue letter and see what this says. All right, the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 8. All right. Baseman. All right, it pretty much says the same thing, man. All right, lowly, okay, because these devils pollute the very air that we have to breathe. They give you poison to eat. All right, they destroy all the crops, the farmland. All right, so the food we're eating is fake. All right, they destroy everything, man. All right, so only a base man would destroy the very kingdom that he has to rule, man. All right, so the Most High gave this devil, dominion over the earth for a period of time, man. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So this so-called white man, who was clearly the ruler of the world, if you don't know, look who controls the laws, who ordains the money. All right. Who has the power in the earth? All right. The so-called white man does. Starting with the elite bankers, man. All right. It says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And who was the one that covered the faces of the judges? But the judges are the saints, man. All right. Who made who the world in calls God and Jesus so-called white men? Okay, who is the one that says that all the men of the Bible are so-called white men? Is Esau, man. All right, showing you that this man is the one that the Most High set up, man. It's not Japhet. It's not the so-called Arabs. All right, it's the so-called white man. All right, he's the one that the Most High has ruling right now because he's the one that's set up to push wickedness in the earth so that the Israelites can learn wickedness on the highest scale. So when we get the kingdom of heaven, all right, we'll be able to discern between what's right and wrong according to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right. So the Most High is doing all this, for a purpose. All right, to pretty much show the elect, you know, how to properly judge, man. Okay, so the Most High is the one that's doing all this, man. All right, and like I said, man, Esau has done everything that he has, pretty much, he's done everything in the earth to pretty much show the Most High's power, man. All right, because you go back to Esau's history, man. All right, they always go into the caveman. All right, where this devil was pretty much, living in the caves, you know, eating juniper roots, wearing their clothes they disintegrated off of, was eating out of their ancestors' skulls, man. All right, didn't know how to speak. Okay, and to show you how the Most High raised them up. Matter of fact, that's in the same chapter of Job. Let's get that real quick. This is Job chapter 30. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of the flock." All right. And that's talking about Esau, man, because he's the only man that you see that happily engages in bestiality, man. All right. So if you don't believe it, just go on YouTube and type in, white women and dogs and see what you see, man. All right. It says, "Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were in solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in a former time, desolate and waste." Right, because all right, when we was in the so-called dark ages, all right, when Jake was ruling, all right, we drove Esau out, up into the mountains. That's why you have, the term Caucasian, which goes back to cave dweller, which the original cavemans you always see was Esau, man. All right, you never see any cartoon, commercial, movie with no other nation being cavemen except for Esau. Esau takes pride in his history. Okay, it says, "Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat." All right, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the rocks, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. Right. So these same people were pretty much living like savages before the Most High, put the spirit on them to raise them up, man. All right, because they, like I said, man, they were wearing their clothes, so they disintegrated, man. All right, they're eating out of their ancestors' skulls, man. All right, and when you go into the history, Jake was the one that re-civilized them, man. All right, you go into the history with the Moors. All right, these Edomites didn't bathe. All right, we had to teach them how to speak again. You know, Jake civilized Esau, man. All right, but then it was time for the Most High to raise them up. All right, and that's what you seen, with the fall of Jake, after the Dark Ages and going into the Renaissance era, man. All right, which Renaissance goes back to rebirth, which was the rebirth of Esau coming back into power, man. All right, so the Most High is the one that did that, man. All right, and for to show you the power of the Lord, First Samuel, Sakia, Second Samuel, Second Samuel chapter 2, Salaki. First Samuel 2, First Samuel 2 and 6, Salaki. The Lord liveth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich, and he bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. Okay? So it said the Lord is the one that killeth and maketh alive. So the Lord is the one that has true power over life and death, man. All right? It says he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. All right? He's the one that sets up who is in power and who is in poverty, man. All right? Verse 7 goes into, Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So, all right, he's the one that brought up these nations unto their glory. And he's the one that brought them down, into their destruction, man. All right? And every kingdom was the same, man. All right? Egypt, starting with Egypt, they rose, became great. They fell. All right? The Assyrians rose up. They were great for a while. Then the Most High put them down. Then the Babylonians. All right? And so on, man. Okay, the list goes on, man. All right? To the Greeks, on down, man. The Most High is the one that put all these great kingdoms up, and he's also the one that brought them down. And each time, all right, that was the Most High punishing Israel and then delivering Israel. So this current kingdom doesn't change what the situation is, man. All right, the Most High brought Israel low, all right, for our punishment. He brought Esau up high, and what you're seeing now is he's starting to show mercy until Israel again, all right, by bringing Esau down and raising up the elect, man. All right, so this is the same thing the Lord is doing, because he's the one that ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, nobody gets there on their own, and Esau even knew that. All right, because when you go into the history, all right, what did he say, man? He had a term he used called manifest destiny. Now, let's see what this word means in Google. All right. The word manifest destiny means it's a phrase. This is off of history.com. It says manifest destiny, a phrase coined in 1845. It is the idea that the United States is destined by God, as activists believe, to expand its dominion and to spread democracy and capitalism across the entire North American continent, which it was the Most High's will to bring America to the height of glory just so he could destroy it, man. All right? This is the whole point of the Most High showing His power. All right, and He's doing that by allowing America to get to the peak of pride. And once he saw that he fulfilled the height of his excellency, man, the Most High started to bring him down, man. All right, that was prophecy. Let's get that. All right, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, that thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right, because Esau has forgotten that the Most High was the one that brought them up. All right, so at one point in time they were using the term manifest destiny, but now Esau has been boosting his pride so much. So now he says that he done this on his own. That he totally x'd out the Most High from his mind. All right, and say that he did all this on the own. So the scripture said that the pride of thine heart has deceived thee. All right, you were deceived through your pride to think that, hey, just because you have been put on high, that you're gonna stay like this forever, man. All right, that's not the case according to what the scriptures say. It says that thou that dwelleth in the cleft of the rocks, which showing that's talking about Esau, because just read in Job chapter 30 that, hey, he dwelleth in the cleft of the rocks, man. That's why they call themselves the Caucasians, man, cave dwellers. All right, because at one point they lived in the Caucasus Mountains, and you can even go back to his old habitation. If you type in Mount Seir, on Google or Petra, and you will see that Esau lived in the cleft of the rocks. His kingdoms, or their dwelling places, it was carved into the side of the mountains, man. All right, it says whose habitation is high. All right, and you see that that's the same people, because what do you have today, man? Skyscrapers, man. All right, 20. You got 20, 40, 50 feet buildings. That reminds Esau of the cave that he used to dwell in, man. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Now, he's been boosted up in his pride so much that he doesn't believe that he's never going to go out of power, man. All right? That's how deceived this lunatic is, because he forgot. Because he has the scroll, so he knows the history of the world, man. The true history. All right? You can find that all throughout. All you got to do is just do some research, man. All right? Because at the end of the day, man, this devil truly believes that, he has pretty much outmaneuvered the Most High to where he controls his own destiny, man. That's why you have a term that's, falsely being used in this world called free will, man. All right? That's not existent according to the scriptures, man. All right? It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Right. Because you have, pretty much reached the height of your excellency, man. All right. Because it compares you to an eagle, because first and foremost, that's your symbol. All right. And it's always been your symbol going through history. But an eagle, is a proud bird that looks down on the rest of the world, man. All right. When they're flying, they fly high and they look down on the rest of the world. That's how Esau looks to all the other nations on this earth, man. All right, he looks down upon them, man. Okay, the Lord says that thou set thy nest among the stars, which you did that when you put them satellites up in space. He said, "Thence will I bring thee down to the ground," and we're seeing Esau being brought down, man. All right, through maximum exposure, through all the wickedness that he's putting in the earth. All right, exposure of how he hid the history of our heritage, man. All right, how he's gone to great length to keep you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, destroyed and lost and separated from the Most High. Everything is being revealed, all right, because Esau's main power was through deception, all right, and now that spell is being worn off, all right, it's showing you the Most High is stripping you of that power he gave you, man, all right, and you are only able to do what you're doing because the Most High put the will on you to do it, man. All right, None of the thoughts that you do are on your own. Nothing you have done has been on your own, man. The Most High is the one that controlled everything, man. All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Right. Man's goings are of the Lord. So the Lord is the one that turns the wheels inside of somebody's mind to get them to do what they do, man. All right. So Esau has no control over what he does. Israel has no control over what we do. Nobody in this world. All right. Everything is programmed through the Most High. All right. So everybody is just playing out their part in this movie, in the Most High's movie, man. All right. So it says that man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right. This devil doesn't even realize what he's doing. All right. He just does it. All right. That's why you have the average everyday Edomite. They play in the scripture and don't even know it, man. All right. That hatred that they have for you niggas. All right. They don't understand where that hatred comes from. They just know they hate you. All right. Just like how, you Israelites, we didn't want to fall away from our heritage, man. Okay. But we had to according to the scriptures, man. All right. We didn't see ourselves being to this point that we're in right now, not of our own. All right. This was like this because of the Most High, man. All right. Because if it would have been Israel's will, okay, we'd be in the kingdom, man. All right. We would have never went down to Esau, man. And the proof of that, when you go into, Esau's conquering over the tribes, man, you go into example of that. You go into the I believe it was the Florida Seminole Wars. All right, when Esau was down there, fighting against Reuben. All right, Reuben was giving it to Esau, man. All right, but the Most High, you know, had to have Reuben go down. So what did he do? He put the spirit on Esau to create the Gatling gun. All right, and when the Gatling gun was invented, that was the game changer that pretty much shifted the battle to his side. And that's why he was able to overtake those Gadites, man. All right, it's like them Reubenites, man. All right. Same with the rest of the tribes, man. All right. Esau was able to conquer us because if it was, just left up to pure will, all right, they couldn't hold a candle to Israel, man, because the scriptures tell you that we're a greater people than them, man. All right, mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right, that's what it tells you in Genesis 25, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that. Genesis 25 and 23. It says, and the Lord said unto her, matter of fact, I started 22. It says, and the children struggled together with her. Matter of fact, started 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from their bowels. Right. So the nation of Israel, which was then known as Jacob at the time, and the nation of Israel. All right. It says two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. All right, because we're of two different spirits, man. All right. Israel was the seed of the righteous, the seed of the Most High, and Esau is the seed of the wicked. All right. It says, and the one shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right. So it says the one shall be stronger than the other people. That's dealing with the nation of Israel, because we are superior people unto the other nations, especially Esau, because we have the covenant, that was established through our forefather, ancient forefathers. Abraham was passed down to Isaac, which was passed down to Jacob until his sons, man. All right, because the Lord promised Abraham that through a chosen line from him, all right, it was going to be a great people. All right, a nation of kings was going to be established through his loins, man. All right, that's why the Israelites are so great, because we are We are the greatest people on the earth because the Most High is dealing with us, man. But even with all that being known, we still had to fall, as a people, because it was prophesied like that, man. All right, let's get that. Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Right. So, because of our disobedience from breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, we had to fall away from our heritage, and that's why we're in the state that we're in right now, man. All right. But at the end of the day, the Most High is raising us up, man, and that's why prophecy is taking place like it is, because the Most High is doing all this for the controversy of Zion, man. All right, let's get that. This is Isaiah 34:8. It says, "For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion," and that's going into the destruction of this current captivity that the Israelites are in right now, which is, Babylon the Great. All right, because the Most High, is pretty much destroying Esau's power structure and the power structure of the heathen, so that when the Israelites are raised up, we will have dominion over the whole earth, man, through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Okay, so what we're seeing is the destruction, of the heathen for our sakes, man. All right, because the Most High is angry with them, all right, for making us, through like how we are, man. All right, because these nations touch the apple of the Most High's eye, man. All right, and all that being considered, Esau is the one that's going to pay the most because he's the one that's spearheading all this, man. All right, he's the one that the Most High has used to bring judgment upon us, man. Because ultimately, Esau was set up to be the whipping stick, of Israel. All right, this is Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men, which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Right. So Esau is the Most High sword, which is being unleashed on Israel for our wickedness, man. All right. It says, from men which are thy hand, man. All right. Esau is the Most High's hand on the left hand side, man. All right. For men of this world which have their portion in this life, because this is Esau's heaven, man. All right. He was set up to rule in this time, and the Lord put the spirit on him to be the best wicked person he could be, man. All right. Everything that this devil does is ordained by the Most High, man. All right. Let's get that. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. Right. So the main point being verse 1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Most High is the one that puts these thoughts in pretty much everybody's mind to do what they do, especially the wicked, man. All right, because it tells you that the wicked was created for the day of destruction, man. All right, and the Most High is going to use Esau to pretty much pronounce that judgment on 2/3 of the nation of Israel, because that's the sole purpose on this earth. All right, is to be the sword of the Most High and judge the wicked of our people, man. All right, so all this wickedness that this devil has done throughout his rulership is all been ordained by the Most High, man, because Esau was set up to be the wicked. All right, so he put these thoughts in these devils' minds, man. All right, and to further expound on that, this is Job chapter 33, verse 14. It says, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth not. For in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. All right. So when men sleep, all right, the Most High puts the programming in their minds to pretty much control what they're gonna do, man. All right. The thoughts that they do, nothing is of your own. All right. Everything from the last thought that you have is all put in you from the Most High, man. All right. So he has a wicked and he has a righteous, man. All right. And Esau so happens to fall upon that lot of being the wicked, man. All right. And it's proof because the scriptures detail who the rich, who the wicked, and who the righteous is, man. All right. Because this word perfectly lets us know who is who, man. All right. And the proof of that, the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So when this word comes out, it truly reveals the spirit of the person that that hears this word, man. All right, and if it jives with them, okay, then they're righteous, man. But if it pricks them, all right, and it'll bring the demon out of them, then it shows you the wicked spirit that's within that person, man. All right, but the scriptures let it be known on who is the wicked, man. All right, all the characteristics that describe the wicked all throughout the scriptures lead to none else but the so-called white man, Esau, man. All right, so it's not hard to decipher, who that is if the spirit of discernment is with you, man. All right. Blessed are they that eyes that see and ears that hear, man. All right. If you can receive that, all right, the Lord is working with you, man. All right. He's gonna open you up to the mysteries of the scriptures, man. All right. And he's gonna let you know, everything you need to know, especially in these times that we're in, man. All right. So this devil has been revealed, all right, and we're seeing the righteous being revealed, man. Because even within the wicked of our people, the scriptures are making it known who that is, man. All right. When you go into these other camps, all right, the scriptures discern on who has the correct spirit, all right, and who is the men that you should be following, man. All right. You clearly see that and see the distinction between the camps, man. All right. These wicked camps like IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, on down, man. All right. The spirit in those camps aren't right according to what the scriptures say a righteous man is supposed to conduct himself as, man. All right. So it's showing you on the correct way you should walk, man. And the Most High is clearly showing you the true house of David, man. All right. The house of David is waxing stronger, and the house of Saul is waxing weaker, man. All right. Because the Most High is raising up the house of David because we're about to be that governing body of the whole world when we gain the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. But first we have to watch Esau go down, man. All right. We have to patiently wait for the Most High to take this devil out, man, because he is set up for a time just so the Most High can show his power, man. All right. I'm gonna get this in Romans chapter 9, verse 7. It says, "Not as though the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel." Well, that's verse 6, but Spirit wanted to come out, so I'm gonna break that down. It says that they are not all Israel that are Israel, because the Most High has a 2/3 and he has a 1/3, man. All right, 2/3 are the wicked of Israel that are going to be destroyed, and the 1/3 is the Israelite that's going to make it, man. All right, the elect, okay, the 144,000 and the 1/3 are the men, women, and children that believe. All right, the 144,000 are the prophets. All right, and the 1/3 is the men, women, and children that believe, man. All right, they are the ones that's of the Israel of the Most High, man. All right. 2/3, they're not counted as Israelites on this side because they have a heathen state of mind, man. They're in a heathenistic spirit, living their life after the Edomites, man. Okay? It says, "Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are all thy Sakia, are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be blessed." Right, because everybody likes to use that excuse for we're children of Abraham, but don't, go into that the Most High had a chosen seed line come out of Abraham, because Abraham had, you know, more than one child, man. Okay, all right. So knowing that, that's not speaking about that, man. All right. Israel is the chosen line that eventually came out of Abraham, but that line had to go through Isaac, who was the chosen vessel. Okay, it says, "But in Isaac shall thy seed be called," because out of Abraham, the chosen line went through Isaac. Isaac, you know, his seed was Jacob, and on down, man. Okay, because Esau came out of Isaac, but Esau wasn't chosen. All right. It says, "That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed," right? Because all these nations descend out of Abraham, but the Most High only chose the nation of Israel because, like I said, that chosen seed line through Isaac that was passed to Jacob on down, man. All right. Esau especially was not of that chosen seed line, man. All right, because he's the children of the flesh. He's the children of the wicked, man. All right. The other nations the children of men. All right, and Israel is the children of the Most High, man. Okay. It says, "For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh Shem Yahushua according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth." Right. So it says, "For the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth." Right. Because before Esau and Jacob was even born, the Most High had to set up that Jacob was going to be the righteous and Esau was going to be the wicked before they even done anything, man. All right. It says, "As it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." Right. And it said that the elder shall serve the younger, going back to Genesis 25, because Esau was the elder. He's the one that came out first, and Jacob was the one that came up after him, holding his heel, which was symbolic of Israel taking Esau out of power, which is what you're seeing happening right now. All right, we're not physically taking Esau out of power, but we're doing it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because through this word, we're destroying his kingdom from the inside out, man. All right. Verse 14. "What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh Shem Yahushua? God forbid." All right, because the Most High does what He wants, because He's the one that's in the power seat. He's the one that controls everything, man. All right, so there is no unrighteousness with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. "For He saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion." And the Most High is having mercy on Esau. I mean, Slakia, that was Satan. The Most High is having mercy on Israel. All right, and Esau, it said that he has no mercy, man. All right, matter of fact, he's the only nation that is not promised mercy when you go into the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, man. All right, that he is a nation that is prominent to have great judgment, you know. So it says, "So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Yahweh Shem Yahushua that showeth mercy," because he is the one that's in the power seat, as we read back in 1 Samuel 2:6-7. "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth." And just how it was back in the time of the Egyptians, man. All right, the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, all to show His power through Moses when he brought Israel through the Red Sea, man. All right, He had all those plagues go out throughout Egypt to show Pharaoh that he was not the one to control, that the Most High was the one to control, man. All right, and so he finally, let Israel go, and then the Most High put the spirit back on Israel, on Pharaoh to chase after Israel, which led them to being drowned in the Red Sea, man. And through that account, all right, the fear of the Most High was put throughout all the rest of the nations. All right, and these heathen feared Israel because they knew that the power of the universe was dealing with them and them alone, man. And so this same thing is happening right now with the so-called white man. He is the modern day Pharaoh that the Most High has put up and has hardened his heart so that when he brings him down, that his name will be feared in the earth again, man. You know? This is all the Lord's movie, just for that sole purpose, so that the Most High can flex, on the world. He's gonna flex with Israel, man. All right, because we are His chosen vessels, the elect that the Most High is gonna show His power through, man. All right. Therefore, have He mercy on whom He will have mercy, and whom He will harden. All right, and the Most High has hardened Esau, man. All right, 'cause like I said, Esau is in that same seat as Pharaoh, man, and he's gonna suffer that same fate, but worse. It says, "Thou wilt say then unto me, Why doeth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will?" Right? What nation was able to fight against what Yahweh Shemel shall ordain, man? Because in going into the history, none of these nations wanted to go down. All right, who in their right mind would choose to come out of the power seat, man? All right, so when we look at what Esau was doing, all right, we really can't blame him because he's fighting for his power. All right, he's fighting for his kingdom, which any king would do in his situation. But the thing about it is, man, he has forgotten the golden rule that the Most High is the one that ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, and he's gonna put down who he wants so that he can put up who he wants, man. He wants to put up the nation of Israel because this world belongs to us, anyways, man. All right, you so-called Negro and Latino Native Americans are the rightful heirs of this whole entire world, man. All right, these heathen are not supposed to be over us, but because of our iniquities, this is why it is, man. All right, and the proof of that, let's go here in the Apocrypha, the book of Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 5. And after these also Adam, and after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Showing you that the Most High had a seed line that came out of Abraham. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sakes, because Ezra was an Israelite. It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So the Most High doesn't care about these heathen, man. All right, He compared them to spit. All right, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us to devour us, man. It says, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? And so the Most High has pretty much had all this happen just so he can show his power when he raises Israel back up, man. Because like I said, this world belongs to us. These heathen belong to us, man. Because we are the rightful heirs of this world. Because this world has to be governed by the law, statutes, and commandments, which the only ones that were given that was the Israelites, showing you that we belong as the rulers of the world, man. Because these other nations don't know how to rule correctly, man. All right, this is why everything is out of order, because the rightful rulers of this world are in captivity on the bottom of the totem pole, man. All right, but that's soon going to change, man, because the Most High is pretty much about to turn things back all right, man. All right, because especially with Esau, man, hey, he fumbled the pack. All right, he has destroyed the whole ordinance of the world and flipped everything upside down, man. All right, but the Most High is about to fix everything and flip it right side up, man. All right, because at the end of the day, you're not in control, Esau. All right, this is Isaiah 29:16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For what shall the work say of him that made it? He made me not. Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it? He had no understanding. Right, because this devil is pretty much, transgressed everything the Most High has ordained as perfect. All right, it made everything straight up confusion. All right, are you not gonna pay for that, Esau? Are you not gonna have to stand and face your judgment for doing that? And all you wicked ass niggas that go along with it, are you not gonna have to face that judgment as well, man? All right, because the Most High is the one that did all this, man. But He's gonna fix it. That's the beautiful part about it, man. He's gonna fix it, man. All right. Jumping back, Romans 9 and 20 and verse 20. Matter of fact, I'll start back at 19. What wilt thou say? What wilt thou then say unto me? Why, Slaki? It says, thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will, which that means nobody. Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Right, so that's going back to what I just read of Isaiah 24 and 16. All right. You are the potter questioning the Slaki. You're the clay questioning the potter on why he has made everything. He's like, why did you make me the wicked? Because he can. Why has Israel got to be the chosen people? Because the Most High said that. All right. Everything is ordained by Yahweh Shemal Shah for a purpose, man. All right. It says, have not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, and to another unto dishonor? What if Yahweh Shemal Shah, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? All right, and that's why the Most High is known as being long suffering, because he is in the heavens watching Esau destroy his creation, watching Esau destroy his chosen people. All right, but the beautiful part about it is, man, all right, he's about to come and thrash these damn devils, man. All right, take them down, because he's angry with the wicked, man. Scripture say he's angry with the wicked every day, man. So he's not going to continue to watch you destroy this place, because at the end of the day, the scriptures tell you that if Yahushua does not return, there will be no flesh to be saved, man, because Esau is going to destroy everything. Because he is the son of perdition, man, the son of destruction. All right? This dude is a walking time bomb of death, man. All right? So the Most High is going to have to take him out of power soon, because if you don't, man, all right, his whole creation will be destroyed, man. All right? So it says that he endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. That's talking about the so-called white man. And that he have made Sakya, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory, even us whom he have called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles, right? Because the Most High is bringing his people back, man. Establishing the house of David, all right? And that's talking about the elect, man, all right? Because at one point, we were all Gentiles because we fell away from our heritage, but, you know, hearing his word, the Lord brought us back, man, all right? So he adopted us back so that we can come and inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, this is the sole purpose of how the Lord is going to show his power, man, all right? And it is beautiful, because at the end of the day, we are actually witnessing the house of David being brought back to on their feet, man. All right, let's get that real quick. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, say of the Lord that doeth this. All right. So the Most High is raising up the house of David to pretty much, be that governing body of the nation of Israel in the kingdom of heaven, and through that governing body, we're gonna pretty much own the other nations as the slaves that they're meant to be, man. All right. Because these nations are not fit to run a kingdom, as you see. Esau and Moab, all right, are the tag team of destruction, man. All right, so they got to be taken out, along with the rest of these other nations, man. You see, man, none of these dudes are fit. None of these nations are fit to be kings of the planet. All right, look how they conduct themselves, and that's all like that because the Most High is not dealing with them. That's why he views them as nothing, man. Okay, so jumping back, uh, Romans 9:24, it says, "Even us, whom he have called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles." So that going back to that the house of David, which is the Northern Kingdom, which is so-called Latinos, Native Americans. All right, in the Southern Kingdom, being you so-called Negroes. All right, you so-called blacks, uh, uh, West Indians, and Haitians. All right, the Lord is waking you up to realize that we're all the same people, and that we're coming back to the Lord to pretty much be given the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, we're seeing that Esau is losing, and he's losing badly. All right, but because we are the Most High's chosen people, the Lord is bound to the word that He's gonna make Abraham's seed a great people, and we're gonna get the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, Esau, you ain't got much longer, man. So enjoy your time while you got it, because once you out of power, that's your ass, man. All right. This is Job chapter 36, verse 6. He preserveth not the life of the wicked, but giveth right to the poor. He withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with the kings are they on the throne. Yea, he doeth establish them forever, and they are exalted. Right, because hey, if it was Esau's will, man, he would eradicate the nation of Israel off the planet. All right, that's why he went to such great lengths to destroy our people, man. He studied, you know, all the way down to a molecular level on how to destroy the nation of Israel, man. Okay, but it says that the Most High, he gives us a right to the poor, man. All right, he's not gonna preserve the life of the wicked, man, because you gotta go, man. All right, you gotta go, and we know that the end of Esau is total eradication, man. You want to genocide the nation of Israel, the Most High is going to genocide you. It's going to be a time to where after your 1,000 years of slavery is ended, there's going to be no more Edomites ever to exist, man. All right, you're going to be the one and only nation to be truly eradicated from the planet. Verse 7, he withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne. Yea, he doeth establish them forever, and they are exalted. So the ones that endure unto the end, they're going to gain the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, the Most High is going to lift them up, man. All right, we're going to be exalted in that day, man. All right, precept of that is Psalms 91:14. It says, "Because he hath set his love upon me." Oh, that is, yeah, Psalm 91:14. "Because he hath set his love upon me." All right, and that love, was only given unto the elect on this side, man. All right, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he have known my name. All right, the Most High is gonna set the elect on high, because we're the only ones in the whole world, proclaiming Yahweh Shem Shine to the world. We're the only one giving the Lord his due honor, man. All right, his glory. All right, we're the only ones professing His name in the world, man. So the Lord is gonna honor our sacrifice, man. All right, He's seeing everything that we're doing, and He's gonna give us the kingdom of heaven with that, man. All right, that's our reward for staying true, to the faith, man. All right, making our bodies living sacrifices, and carrying our cross, man. All right, we're gonna get the whole kingdom, man. All right, that's the whole point of why the Most High is having Israel go through all this, man. So that when we get the kingdom of heaven, we'll appreciate it, man. All right, because if the Lord would have just gave us the kingdom of heaven, starting with Adam, man, our people wouldn't have understood the gravity of what we have, man. So we had to be brought down to the lowest of the low, just so that we can understand on the great glory that we're about to receive, man. All right. Hey, when we get the kingdom of heaven, man, when we get total dominion of the whole entire world, all right, we are going to cherish that, because we understand the gravity of the offices that we have been given, man. All right. We are literally going to set the world back in order, man. We're going to see the kingdom of heaven being built from the ground up, man. All right. And the Lord wants to give us that, man. All right. Luke 12:32. It says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." All right. It says, fear not, because it's the Most High's good pleasure to give us the kingdom, man. All right. So what are we not supposed to fear? We're not supposed to fear, the terrible things that is coming down the pipe, because at the end of the day, these things must happen. Because first and foremost, all right, that's going to be the destruction of the wicked. But two, it's also going to be the trying of the faith of the believers of the Lord, man. All right, because the scriptures talk about, you know uh trying them that are your friends, man. All right, the Lord's going to try your integrity, man, because only the elect are the ones that have integrity. When it comes to being a man. All right, first and foremost, man. All right, this world lacks a moral compass, man. It lacks integrity. All right, because Esau is a man of no integrity, man, and his spirit has been given unto the whole world. So the elect, all right, we're gonna have to go through this so that the Most High can prove to us that, hey, if we believe in Him, we're gonna put all our trust in Him. So we have to go through these things, man. But it's all a part of prophecy, because it's the Lord's will. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So Esau has to have all these things come to pass before the kingdom of heaven, comes, man. Esau has to crash the economy. Esau has to bring the famine, the plagues. Brothers gonna have to be, tested to the full extent, man. That hour of temptation, even, certain brothers gonna be tested with death, man. But at the end of the day, if we hold fast to what we have, man, then we will gain the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, we will gain the world, man. All right, the Most High will give us the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, we will get glory after Yahweh Shai gets His glory, man. And that's what we all look for, man. All right, but none of that can happen unless the Most High, bring these terrible times. He brings Jacob's trouble, man. All this has to happen, man. But if we endure to the end, then we shall be saved. And once we're saved, then that's when all the blessings will start to come in, man. All right. And the most important blessing that we're going to receive is that dominion, man, the kingdom. All right. I'm gonna end with this. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. It's like 27. It says, "And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." Okay? So it says that the kingdom of heaven will be given unto the people of the saints of the Most High, which is the Israelites, man. All right? It says whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Everlasting means it's forever. And all dominions shall serve and obey him. So all other nations are going to serve us, man. All right? We're going to be set on high, man. And the other nations are going to learn the kingdom of heaven. That's like it. They're going to learn the law, statutes, and commandments, because they're going to be serving Yahweh Shem El Shai when the Israelites rule, man. I know I said that was my last one, but I'm going to end it with this. And Micah. This is Micah chapter 4, verse 1. "In the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it." So the nation of Israel is going to be the governing body of the whole universe, man. All right? And everybody, all nations are going to come, under the banner of Yahweh Shem El Shai, of Yasharallah, man. "And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem." All right, so all nations are going to learn how to serve the Lord, man. All right, they're going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. They're going to keep the high holy days, man. And if they go off, all right, they will be judged, man. All right, "and he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall lift not a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So when we get the kingdom of heaven, all right, there will finally be peace in the earth. There will no longer be any war because we're going to be the ones in the power seat, and no other nation is going to have the power to rise up and overtake Israel, man. All right, and that is really the point. Okay, that's the greatness that is waiting for us. You know, if we endure until the end, man. All right, what more can you want? And that's showing you that the Lord is doing all this just for the purpose of magnifying His people, because His name is going to be magnified through His people, man. All right. So with that, that was the end of my lesson. All right. I pray that was edifying. Until next time, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Makar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught me this truth and to rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.